What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Many of you brothers and sisters know I have been dealing with Dr. Boyce Watkins and brother, I don't even want to call this brother, scammer J Morrison. He's no brother to our people, using the money from the legendary African-American community to buy more struggle apartments and homes for himself, taking care of his wife and doing all other things except working. Now he's trying to be a preacher. I mean, anything that can happen bad happens in Atlanta, all right? Which is one of the reasons why I don't want to come out there long term, because you know, I know there's some thick stuff out there and I'll be tricking on the chicken wings, the strip club. So I don't really want to come out there and trick it off. But people like J Morrison live in Atlanta. And it's sad how this nigga, and I'm talking to you Mr. Dope Dealer, scammer, never worked a day in your life, liar, anti-business attitude type, what you did to the black community, man, it's a shame. Other groups would do worse to you, but I guess we just forgive too much. As you know, the sale of many assets in the Tulsa real estate fund have occurred. Brother Julian Gordon gave some information about this in this video.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's Julian Gordon here, and I am at the Black House in East Point, and it is for sale. That sign right there might say for lease, but ain't nothing for lease. This is for sale now. It looks like they're asking for about $3.7 million for the building now. And according to the SEC filings, they put about $3.5 million into this building. So when you think about it, that's about one third, 25% of the fund. About 30% of the fund was put into this one single building that J Morrison could not get to produce. And so it's been taking losses, operating losses, month after month after month. And now it's for sale. Again, the SEC filings show that they put about $3.5 million into it, recently refinanced and got $1.5 million out of the walls. So that means that there should be about $2 million worth of equity still in the building. $2 million would be about 16% of the fund actually left. The cash has probably been depleted. As of August of 2023, there was only about $575,000 in cash left. So with the operating losses month over month, August, September, October, November, December, 7 months now, with the operating losses that the fund was incurring, that money's probably depleted. In addition to J Morrison gouging it for management fees, the cash is probably gone. So this is the last remaining asset of the Tulsa real estate fund. If the sale goes through at the asking price, that would be about $2 million in cash back to the fund. Question is that $2 million going to get distributed to the investors, or is it going to be gouged by J Morrison and his deferred management fees? I run a real estate fund, and I deferred all my management fees until we actually achieve profit. So I delayed my management fees until the end of the game. He's been taking management fees, significant management fees, all throughout this process. In addition, his wife has used this building for her green lit events, or whatever it is called, green lit events, been using it for a podcast, and we have no evidence of any expenses incurred for usage of the podcasting studio or for the space by his wife, right? Which is not in the investor's best interest. And so this is it, family. This is it.
Now that is the Black House. Okay. Dr. Boyce Watkins was getting a lot of criticism for the fact that he promoted this fund. He believed this was a good investment. Why don't you all sign up? And of course, a lot of blacks in our community were in his comments like, yo, bro, this is a bad investment. Like, I lost my money. Boyce was also saying he lost his money, but this is what Boyce always referred to.
I'm going to stop for a minute because I'm getting elevated, as my wife would say. She's a therapist. And I'm going to just tell you like this. You could take down J Morrison and the Tulsa Fund all day tomorrow, but you will not have done any good for the black community. Literally. Because you're going after the people that are making $1 million, and you're not going after the ones who made $1 billion. That's your problem. You will gang bang on each other all day long. You like the Crips and Bloods. You shoot up somebody on their grandma's house because he came on your block, but you ain't got the guts to take on the white man. You ain't got the guts to take on the LAPD that's been terrorizing you for decades. You ain't got the guts to take on the Klan. Not one gangbanger I know of has ever shot somebody who was part of a white supremacist organization. So what I'm saying to you is that in business, you have the same problem. You have the same problem. You have the exact same problem. You have people that will say, "Look at that nigga over there. That he making money. He's rich. He's swaggy. I don't like that old swaggy nigga. I'm gonna go take him down." And then somehow you think you did something good for the world. You haven't done anything good for the world. Maybe you did something good for your ego. Maybe you did something good, because you created drama. Maybe you did something good for your YouTube channel because now you're getting lots of views and making lots of money. And I get it. It's a struggle out here, right? Whatever. But did you do anything good for the community? I don't know. I don't know if you have. I think we have bigger fish to fry. That's my point. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. I told y'all, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I don't know if any mistakes were made. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like the Tulsa Fund is the best investment I ever made. I don't know. No, I mean, in terms of ROI and money in my pocket, no, it's not. I have other assets I've invested in that have doubled or tripled in value for sure. But the reason I love the Tulsa Fund, the reason that I'm very happy that my money was put into that fund is mainly because I love the Legacy Center. I love the Legacy Center.
He said the crown jewel is the Black House. This is not me saying, this is Boyce Watkins saying, it's Dr. Boyce Watkins. Mr. Let me give you financial advice, Dr. Boyce Watkins. And of course, he been mad. He been in his feelings, talking about he gonna dox me. He know all my information and, all kind of sucker other stuff. He's not gonna discuss the fact that y'all been lying to the people, but it's okay. It's okay, Dr. Boyce. We don't have to be mad. We know that you don't want none of this smoke over here, brother. And the reason why I'm not really dealing with anything that's false, I'm dealing with the facts. Then brother Tony Closer, who is active on all the social media platforms. I need to go over to Twitter and follow my brother. I don't even have I got negative followers on Twitter. The brother posts this. The brother Tony the Closer posts this. Young Atlanta entrepreneur bought the Legacy Center from J Morrison for $3.6 million. He tells me Jay is still using the office even after closing. All right, now we already know the history between Tony the Closer. I've never heard any negative thing about our brother. He seems to be one of the legit guys that are in the online business community. I've never heard anything negative about him. I like the guy a lot. He uses a lot of colorful language to deal with these. Okay, so I love my brother. Shout out to brother Tony the Closer. Unfortunately, he was a victim of J Morrison. Many of our people were victims of J Morrison. And along with that, many have become skeptical of Boyce Watkins. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Unfortunately, in the African-American business community, we have a lot of good people in the business community that don't get any recognition, because when we talk about transactions and people who get the most shine in the business community, they are charismatic losers. They are fake rich. They are frauds. And what this has done, in my honest opinion, it has really put a wedge in between those of us who want to believe in the business community and those who don't. Those who are skeptical can now point to this. And let me tell you, scams happen in all business community. I mean, I'm in Uganda, in Africa. I mean, that's like step one for getting scammed. I mean, if you come to Africa, it's not if you gonna get scammed, it's when you gonna get scammed, okay? I done been scammed for thousands of dollars over here on this continent, all right? So it's just a part of the game. But what that does, it makes you not trust your own people. And this is what Boyce Watkins doesn't understand. Brother J Morrison doesn't understand. You see, when something like this happens and it's completely fraudulent, People look at somebody else who's actually decent and say, I don't want to partner with him. Why? He's black. Then we talk about a lot of us as black men. Now let me talk about black men. Black men are so incredible because as black men, we have so much opportunity to do really good business, leverage each other's talents in a way that makes it so beneficial. You know, I really learned about working in a community setting in the business where I'm at now because I have to. I didn't really have to do this in America, but now living overseas, when you have a group of men working in the community trying to do something, you know, like my production team and, you know, we have, you know, the Pan-African dating show, so many things that we're trying to do in the country that happen because of team efforts. But when you don't have trust, you can't get the team efforts. And so what it does is it creates more of a wedge between the black men who would want to work together, but now people are skeptical. And I'm not blaming solely J Morrison for this chagrin towards the black business community or Boyce Watkins, because it existed before that. It existed before I was born. But these are the brothers that should be bridging the gap. And what I see from a lot of people in the online business community are people who are scammers. And it doesn't really matter what their educational background is. That's the sad part, okay? There is no way Boyce Watkins can justify how he has any kind of relationship with somebody who's a loser like J Morrison. This is the difference between the black community and the white community. I'm gonna tell you why that is. A man who's educated like Boyce Watkins, had he be white, would never be associated with somebody black, okay? But a lot of these cats, the earn your leisure guys, who I'm very skeptical of, I won't call them scammers, but boy, if they're not, they're right there on the bubble of being scamish. Not saying they're scammers, but I wouldn't trust them, okay? Why is it that brothers who come from educational, articulate backgrounds are hosting people like J Morrison? You know, why are y'all throwing money, okay, at these little events that y'all are doing like y'all at the strip club? And then your biggest videos are from people who are known scammers, okay? Like, how do you even, I mean, you know, 19 keys, can you please stop? This other dude, Billy, whatever, I don't even know, man. They have so many guys that they associate with that are fraud guys, mixed in with some guys that are not frauds. But most of them most likely are frauds, like Mr. Big Business out in Philadelphia. This is what I'm talking about. And so nobody trusts you because you lie. But I'm here to tell you, you can do business without being a liar. You don't have to be a liar to get anybody's money. You don't have to be a thief. You know what? Somebody told me a story. I did an interview with a guy in Malawi on my Kangana channel, right? He said something very profound. I forgot the brother's name, but he said, all that you need to do in Africa, if you really want to be successful, don't lie. Let everybody else lie. He said, if you don't lie, you will have so much business, you would have to turn it down. And the same thing goes in the African-American community. All you got to do is not lie, because a good name is above that of silver and gold. Stop lying to these people if you really want money, because that little money you're going to get scamming and lying. You'll have it for a minute, but J Morrison, of course, he's going to find a way to mess that money up because he ain't a business person. He'll never get it again. Now what are you going to do? You're going to ask for some more people for more funds? You're done, bro. Nobody will give you a dime now. My question is, was it worth it? Stealing the people from the community you come from? Was it worth it? Was it worth taking advantage of the people that fought hard to try to invest in your vision to bring the black community in Tulsa when you lied? Was it worth it? Letting people down? Was it worth it? Scamming your community? Was it worth it? Our people who died and fought for us to be here. Was it worth it, man? And that's what I think about. When I think about lying to somebody black, I think about the old mothers. You know, I think about the old mothers coming in on Sunday morning, marching into the Highway to Heaven song. Those who are transplants from the old South, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, coming up north and west for a new life and getting treated like trash in these places, trying to make sure that their kids can go to school or their grandkids can be born in California like me, not somewhere in Natchitoches, Louisiana in the country. so I can have the access to do things I'm doing today. I'm thinking about people who were tenant farmers. That's what I think about. How dare I scam somebody that comes from that lineage? But y'all can do it. And then you have the unmitigated gall to call yourself B1. Oh my goodness. What I really want to say, I can't say it on YouTube, but I call you B-None. And it's a shame, man, that y'all do our group like this. Our people. We have some of the most beautiful, loving people, man. They just want to work and have a good life. A lot of blacks like that, even in Africa. Good people. And see, we would have so much more, but we steal from ourselves when we scam. We stealing from ourselves. Why do you want to steal from yourself? Because you don't go to the white man and do it. Now you come right to the white man, lock your ass up, and J Morris, you already been locked up before. So we already know. You might have got your cheeks took. So now you want to scam. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, City Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. Preacher, before you just heard the bell, we're out.